Alright, we are at June 2022, and as you guys know, June and December are our big shows. Massive show with this one. We introduce a commissioner with the company going to Classic Sports Entertainment, so think WWE style. Part of that is an authority figure. Um, and it really does mitigate a lot and help a lot of storytelling aspects, having that boss. So, right now, comment who you think is going to be the authority figure, as well as we have some big title matches. Not every title. Fuyoka isn't wrestling tonight. And I just did an end of year review for year one, right as we introduced Fuyoka. And I think part of the reason that I'm not just getting fully behind women is one, the limitation of unsigned workers only, and just basic game creation. They're not that good usually. Like they'll have like one strong stat and then like the rest are terrible, or like a couple really good stats, but psychology just sucks and you can't really adjust psychology. You just gotta hope and pray they get a mentor. Um, but once we hit medium, I'm obviously gonna put in more focus on the women's division. Even now, without the roster limitation, women are on every show just about. First before, and we're simulating the 70s here. So when we're in the 70s, women, you only have Mila, Fuyoka. Now, when we go to 80s, maybe we get some women in here. Um, since Classic Sports Entertainment, logically that means we're in the 80s effectively. Um, so in 90s, maybe it's family friendly. Then, you know, up to Attitude Era after that, and then Ruthless Aggression and Classic. That's like the WWE way of things. We're not gonna just do straight up WWE, but it's just kind of the comparison that we all have since we're all wrestling fans. You all have watched WWE one form or another. That's it. Let's just get straight to the show, and I'll quit talking. Well, all right. I cheated. It is what it is. Our commissioner, Jack Bruce. Now, the reason for Jack Bruce and the explanation, he started his wrestling career with New York City Wrestling, as some of you may know. Um, and, he can credit a lot of his success to New York City Wrestling. So for him to pay it forward to the company that gave him his start, I think helps one, his character. Two, yes, I'm probably going to make a massive ton of money when it comes to merchandising. Jack Bruce. And, he is an amazing entertainer, so have him implement it. So if you're gonna go balls to the wall with a commissioner, you gotta step up. It's not gonna be Larry or Brian Vesey who can't talk. Ross Henry was a second option, but I just think with in New York City wrestling, uh, Jack Bruce made the most sense. So that said, let me know what you think. If you think it's cheating and it's a cop out, I don't blame you. At the end of the day, it is what it is, and of course, it's a very marketable gimmick. Oh boy, don't judge me. Following that, we start off with introducing Queen Amazon to our women's division, defeating Danielle Sweetheart, who this will be her last match. She is on her way out. She is gone. She is not part of the bottom three. We'll be doing that at the end of the show. We had Saltomio defeat Danny Fonzarelli, and Danny Fonzarelli, I mean, even though he's old, he can't do much. Um, really good matches, and really good to our standard. Where he put over Austin Smooth incredibly and took him over. Now he rubs off in Saltomio. And as you can see, Salomio's character is stale, so what can we do to adjust that and to bring him back and to make a difference for him? Um, that said, let me know what you think. We had Salomio continuing his assault on Danny Fonzarelli, kind of just putting an end to Danny Fonzarelli's run at New York City Wrestling in case he is part of our bottom three. Following that, we had Mutant pick up another win over White Horse Whitaker, and again by the Tina Turner. Love that. Um, Win number 5 now of the Goldberg. With the Goldberg push, I think we're either going to keep him forever and maybe he goes undefeated until, we hit Titanic, which, hey, I guess you never know. Or he gets signed away and then he loses on his way out. Um, but the Goldberg push is in full effect at 5-0. Let me know what you're thinking. We had Matt Stranger just defeat Primetime Jack Pride as just a way to get them on the show, and get Primetime with a really good competitor to help learn a little bit. We had Texas Hangman defeat Andrew Harper. Transparency in this one. Andrew Harper momentum just tanked, and you know, beat him while we can. We had a very important match to our storylines of Father Cobra defeating Supermassive Destroyer with the Viper Vice. So he chokes out Supermassive Destroyer is our finish. Uh, an important thing with that is, you know, Supermassive Destroyer needs to show a little bit of a vulnerability being a face. Um, just because if he comes in and destroys everybody, what's the fun in that of being a face? That's, obviously we build up Mutant now. His competitor, Original Sinner, Hell's Bouncer, Supermassive Destroyer, Texas Hangman. Those guys all have massive storyline of Supermassive Destroyer, who, looking at his growth so far has been fun. I'm glad we kept him around. After that, we had Jack Bruce deciding who is going to face Riley McManus for the title. It was either Davis Wayne Newton or Austin Smooth. Austin Smooth gets to go ahead here, since he just beat Danny Fonzarelli, what, two, three times in a row? And is undefeated in competition at New York City Wrestling, and he's a little bit more popular. Uh, so we had Jack Bruce give him the go-ahead, but Davis Wayne Newton's coming up from behind. We had our tag champions of Original Center and Hell's Bouncer make defense number one over LA Stars. And again, just massive LA Star fans. God, I hope no one signs them away. I'm going to cry if they do. Even though they were off their game, quote unquote, very good match. We had a really great match fiasco of the Matt Smaller defeating Richie Riggins with a pile driver. Yeah, real barn burner, calming the crowd down a little bit, and going from there. Uh, Following it, we had Ozzy Goldstein, kind of just, you know what, Richie, I'm done with you. Bye, Felicia, kind of deal, leading to our main event of Ryan McManus versus Austin Smooth, with Austin Smooth defeating Ryan McManus, making Ryan McManus' title run go 5 defenses, and we got our new New York City Wrestling Empire champion. And with that said, with the show, 52 popularity, 52 rating, I'm sorry, our popularity increased. One of our better shows of the past year, well, yeah, this year of 2022. And with Jack Bruce, I don't want to overuse him, but as commissioner, core part of our show, but I, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that in the long run. But I think it just makes sense. Yeah, of course it's the easy thing to do, but if it makes sense, why not? Because who really, honestly, who gives a crap if I sign him or not? But and happy with that. Happy with our show. As after the show here, we got our bottom three Gonzo, and with that, we'll probably bring in a couple more people. On the face heel dynamic, I'm lacking in heels. Um, right now, you can see here, I didn't plan ahead to have Andrew Harper and Richie Riggins be gone, but here's our face heel dynamic of the company. And this, I looked at it like 2 months ago. I was like, all right, let's kind of wrap up who it is. So Sodomia is our top. Actually, it's Austin Smooth now, probably. Um, but we got to balance out the heel side a little bit, as just people we can beat. Definitely now with us losing, I think Richie Riggins. Um, very sure, not sure about that. Let's see here, Sodomio, going from flabby to normal to toned. Um, Happy with that. Happy with his overall where he's been. And yeah, no, I mean, Sodomio's been a pretty cool character to have. Sopranos, the Many Saints New are coming out. Probably contributed to my interest there. XWA is on its way out. New tag team champions for Cardigan. Austin Smooth is now ripped, leading to his star quality to go from 53 last year to 62 from going to middleweight and then getting ripped. Um, Howland Mort went from average to toned, and he started like 81, 84, might have saved his job. Uh, and the mutant is now ripped as well, going from a 78 to 82. But God, how much better is that render that I have of mutant than the one there? Let's go ahead here, pay raise. I always just do 100% for those just because who cares at the end of the day. Let's see your title, 40 of Austin Smooth. Let's take a quick look at popularity of Austin Smooth since he's our big winner. Didn't increase in Tri-State, but everywhere else is getting up, and whew, he's going to be signed away, isn't he? Oh man, it's going to suck. That said, Davis Wayne Newton, obvious next possibility. Supermaster Destroyer didn't lose too much. Father Cobra getting over, recognizable. I'm not worried about pushing him to the moon. Stats aren't really there, I think. I really don't know. He's either going to be pretty good or meh. Hell's Bouncer, I mean, it's just a matter of when, not if. I think he gets signed away. Even he's 36 though, so maybe not. Master Ranger, still in there, still pretty good. Texas Heyman. That said, let's see here. Who's our bottom three? Angel Harper, Danny Fonzarelli, Richie Riggins. So let's go ahead here. Blacklist. Release. Richie Riggins didn't want to let him go. But I just, honestly, I don't like the 100% heal thing. It's just limiting. You can have one or two of those, but we just have too many of the 100% heal. And then who was the third? Andrew Harper. And as I said, Whitehorse, Whitaker, and Holland Mort, their jobs are saved by the tag team division, my love for it. And then Andrew Harper, um, I just no character. I think he's just an indie guy, effectively. So with that said, I mean, people said about Luke Harper, and I mean, obviously Brody Lee was a beast. Yeah, so let me know when you think Andrew or Austin Smooth's gonna get away. Could I have done anything differently? Danny Fonzarelli, Richie Riggins, and Andrew Harper. Um, I keep on saying Now looking at our roster, we don't have any people from the big three. No, everyone is either from unsigned FCW and one from PSW Austin Smooth quitting. That said, we are probably going to bring in three more people with our roster. Cheerleader Nikki. Ooh, the thing with her, she's dating somebody, isn't she? Who's she dating? Brutus Milano. Oh, well, I mean, well, maybe that will help them out. Maybe they rolled good chem. He is one. Watch for him to be. If I had a bet who our next three are going to go, Brutus Milano is one. Uh, Dominic DeGraff might be two. Egon might be three. Uh, Molokai Milk, wherever he is at, might be four. And then that's really it right now for who I have in the roster that's on chop block. I mean, Whitehorse Whitaker might as well, but he got pretty decent pretty quick, so not sure. Now the women will start contributing towards that. So if Zuria, she is our game developed wrestler. If she's just not cutting it, I'm gonna job her out and get her out of here. And I mean, it's not even a popular thing, just beat her. Uh, yeah, that's it. This is our roster pretty quick. I'm gonna assign some referees and craft, I think, just to ensure we're protecting ourselves. Oh yeah, and Tex Hagen's probably five. Cause he's probably gonna retire by then if I had a bet. But yeah, no, that's gonna be it for the show. And let me know what you're thinking of the series so far. What you do differently, what you'd want to do, and yeah, let me. Oh my God. So the good thing with Jack Bruce, I did a 50-50 split. Oh my God, it's so cheap. That's the game though. The finances in this game are broke. It is what it is. Is it gamey that I signed them? Yes, but was it just for the merchandise? And no. If we didn't go to Classic Sports Entertainment by Larry, I probably wouldn't have signed them until we went there in medium. It was a long-term plan. But that's gonna be it for this show. Episode, let's see, 32, considering end of year reviews. Um, like Nick was saying, very happy with the series so far. And like I said this in the end of year review one, the rules are meant to be broken. So let's go ahead here. Luca Sacramone. And the thing with the blacklist is it brings in people, brings in challenges. So with Luca, not really much to do there. But let's say next time around, I roll Angel Harper. Okay, maybe I give him a second go. Maybe I find a character. Maybe I find a tag partner. Maybe I find a manager. We get a go. Richie Riggins. Honestly, if I had to pick from former, Freedom Eagle would be on that list because I did him dirty. Richie, Machine Gun Marino for Supermassive Destroyer's tag partner. I kind of, I, I missed the man. I did him. Anybody but Tolly Casey or Devastating Dawn. I'm gonna get Devastating Dawn. It's gonna happen. It's gonna suck too. Um, but yeah, the 100% heals. I just had to kind of nip that in the butt. Nonetheless, let me know what you guys are thinking of the series so far. Let me know what you'd be doing to series. Have you ever played as New York City Wrestling? What did you do? I've never played as them before. I think that's why I'm having so fun. Normally it's like a user created company and it is what it is, but someone Reddit challenge is like, yeah, honestly, you take New York City Wrestling over USPW as a poor man's USPW. Well, we're not gonna be poor because now we got Jack Bruce, but yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking. That said, I know a little bit longer episode, but whatever. Talk to you next time.